Yeah, I tried to record this video like 17 different times, but the VMAs keep striking the video, which fair enough, right? I mean, it's kind of crazy to try and react to a VMA performance, right? It's obviously gonna get blocked. I just tried it. Maybe, you know, they'd let me slide, but they didn't. So instead of just like a straight up reaction to it, I'm just gonna like discuss my thoughts on it, also some other thoughts surrounding Lesserafim in general, and then I'll throw in like a few clips from the reaction just to get them in, because that video does exist. And yeah, I think that's what today's gonna be. Just a chill, calm, short and sweet little debrief on Sserafim, right? You guys feel that sense of optimism, a sense of hope that we haven't had here in Sarahville for a while, since that fateful day. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. By the way, bro, I haven't talked about it obviously, but what an underrated performance that Coachella performance was, right guys? Like, come on now, bro. Dude, I don't think a lot of stands realize what the point of like a live concert is, right? If you wanted pristine vocals, no hiccups, nothing like that, you go listen to the studio version on Spotify, right? The live version, in my opinion at least, is more about trying to get like a connection with your fan base, right? So it's supposed to be more real, more raw. All the little, like, you know, voice cracks or like being out of tune for a little bit, it just, for me, it's more endearing, right? It makes you seem more like a human. I can relate to you instead of just being some like robot for our entertainment, right? But I don't think people get the point of that. So yeah, no, that was overly hated. It's actually a pretty underrated performance in my opinion. But hey, but I mean, as you guys know, since then it's been interesting to say the least. Until now. Well, until honestly when the Crazy EP dropped. When that dropped, I mean, it's just been upward since then, right? I mean, hell, the Empire State Building was promoting the Sserafim, bro. You know how big that is? Also, just getting a slot to perform at the VMAs, I mean, that's obviously huge. Even if it's on the pre-show, it's still huge. Because, I mean, to be honest, the pre-show might be just as important, right? Because you are going to be the first people see when they tune into the VMAs, right? You are going to be the first people. So, yeah, I think that is actually a pretty important time slot. And what a performance, man. I mean, you may just call me a glazer, right? Well, that was nothing special, but I'll let you get it, okay? You know how many storylines were going into this moment? Obviously, the whole Coachella shit, right? Also, Yoonjin just being able to fulfill her dream or proclamation.
TV에 나올 수 없는 건가? 이런 생각이 많이 들더라고요. 이제 TV를 보면 저같이 생긴 사람이 없는 거예요. 그래서 상처도 많이 받고, 난 왜 이렇게 태어났을까? 나는 이것 때문에 꿈을 포기해야 되는 건가 싶어서 좀 무대도 많이 못 쓰고, 그 이후부터 되게 많이 막 작곡도 많이 해보고.
Well, she was able to do a Coachella, but I mean, I guess people didn't like that one very much. So now she got, you know, to have her moment, you know, without any controversy, right?
Oh, okay.
Is that the greatest VMA performance of all time, bro? My personal GOAT, Sakura Miyawaki, was able to fulfill hers as well, right? Also, well, when you say pre-debut with Sakura, that doesn't mean much, right? You know how many groups she's been in, but pre-debut. I don't know what era it was, but she said she wanted her name to be known. Well, I mean, you announced yourself. I mean, you're a VMA winner now. You performed at the VMAs, one of the biggest events in the US. US being obviously the center of entertainment in the world. But how you tell me this is not the GOAT, bro? Are you seeing this right now? See my goosebumps? And just even the performance itself, I mean, yeah, you might say they didn't get like the big stage or anything like that, but I kind of like that feel more, right? It feels more homey, more like, I feel like there's more connection between the fans and I feel like there's more of a connection between the fans and the crowd and Lesserafim because they're just like so close to each other. And also the fan chant sound is so loud, I think, because also just like the close proximity, right? Which gave it like a whole good, you know, a whole feel. I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say. Aura, yeah, lots of aura oozing from that performance. But yeah, it just kind of felt like a crescendo. Like it felt like the climax of a down period, and now things are looking up. You know, things look very optimistic for the future. But the VMAs have some blood on their hands, okay? Whoever the cameraman was, I'm gonna track you down, bro. Now, I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna do to you, but yeah. These guys missed out on the most iconic line of 2024, bro. We didn't even get to see that duck walk, man. That was like what I was waiting for. That's like my favorite part. But yeah, how are you guys feeling? How are you guys feeling, bro? Like, are you guys feeling like me, like very optimistic for the future? Like, I'm actually genuinely excited for what they do next. It seems like, if I gauge the temperature around just on like different social media, it does seem like everyone else is pretty optimistic. But let me know how you guys feel. Oh, there is one negative though. Well, for me, it's not really a negative, right? But for a lot of people, it is a negative, and that is Unche, you know, dropping out of not dropping out, resigning from being the music bank president. And I think like she had a good run, right? I mean, it was like a year and a half. I mean, you gotta like resign at some point, right? And also it was like by her own volition, right? So it's what she wanted to do. So as long as if it's something she wanted to do, then I mean, I'm 100% fine with it. Yeah, she was the greatest music bank president of all time, but you know, you want to leave at the top, right? You want to leave at the top. You want to leave at your peak powers, you know. And also, I'm okay with who's replacing her as well, right? Because for me, I think the GOATs are the Sserafim, right? They're way up here, right? 10-story building. And then you go down to the sidewalk, and I think probably if I had to choose a second group that I like the most, it would probably be Illit. Because I'm not gonna lie, Midnight Fiction is probably one of my favorite songs of all time when it comes to K-pop, right? And Minju replacing her, I mean, I think she's a worthy successor. But that's left to be seen, right? Those are some big shoes to fill, though, so hey, good luck. Yeah, genuinely, yeah, down below in the comments, just let's I do want you guys to debrief as well. You know, I read every comment, I respond to every comment, and I want to know how you guys are feeling. Are you guys optimistic for the future? What do you guys think about the performance itself? Things of that nature. And have a good one, but just one.